My name is Brett Roberts, and today we are going to be talking on this podcast about schooling and preparing students for the technological world in which we live. It's no secret that the technology and the world at large outside of the classroom is changing a lot, whether it's computers, smartphones, tablets, or the Internet of Things or anything like that. We as teachers need to prepare our students for that world if they're going to have any success, and if we're going to be successful as teachers, we need to make sure that our students are prepared. Technology isn't entirely neutral in that it's not that technology is lacking in consequences, how you use it, the frequency with which you use it. And by that, I mean the hours per day. Of course, it's everywhere, as I said, but the number of hours that you're putting into it, I think we need to make a very distinct point about, yes, okay, so it's good, but it can be good, I should say, but it's not entirely neutral, and it's not without consequences. If you are constantly staring at a screen all the time, there are going to be consequences to that, which leads me to the idea of social and emotional skills and how best to handle yourself online. Because the fact is, things like social media, specifically social media, is meant to elicit an emotional response. And so to exist as a good digital citizen means that you are in control of your emotions. Of course, it means everything else too, not sharing things that you shouldn't share on the internet, and being wise about who you're talking to and who you're interacting with on the internet. But more than just who you're interacting with, but being able to control yourself. Because if you can't control your emotions, and if you are seeking out that instantaneous validation that comes with getting a lot of likes on a video, for instance, or making the next viral post, if that is where you're deriving your satisfaction and your happiness, the fact is that is not the internet is not the place to center yourself and derive joy. It's a tool, and it needs to be used as a tool. And I think we as teachers really need to make sure that we instill that idea in our students, that the internet is a tool. It is not everything. It's not life, and it is a part of life, of course. But again, to think that it's only for that the satisfaction, you're asking it to do something that it's not meant to do, and therefore can't do, and it's only going to bring disappointment in the end. Because the fact is that if one of our students, for instance, if one of my students makes a viral video, okay, congratulations, you made a viral video. What next? It's only going to be viral for so long until something else comes around. And so we as teachers have, I think, a responsibility to make sure our students know that. That's not to say that technology is evil or anything like that, because it's not. But again, it needs to be taught that it needs to stay in its proper place in life, rather than assuming that it's everything there is. And so I'll leave you with the idea that we as teachers have a responsibility to expose our kids to technology and all of its wonders. But I think the purpose of us as teachers, at least with regard to technology, or one aspect of technology, is to teach them how to use it responsibly. And that means controlling their emotions and seeing technology as it is. Again, it's a tool, one that can be used well or it can be abused. A hammer can be used to pound nails, or it can be used to hurt somebody. And it's a question of which way do you use that hammer? And likewise, which way will you, as a student, talking to students, which way will you, as a student, use technology? Will you use it for good and research and the like, or are you going to let it rule you and therefore use it poorly? I think we as teachers have a definite responsibility to teach students how to use it well. And so I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you for listening.